Hi everybody, I'm getting ready to prepare the best fried chicken. Now this is your classic stick to your ribs comfort food at its best for the whole family, and it's super easy to put together. And today I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. Let's get started. So I'm ready to prepare my chicken. Now I've got one large chicken breast right here, and it weighs 3/4 of a pound, and I'm going to split it in half because it's too thick. Now you don't want a thick chicken breast when you're making fried chicken, see? So I'm gonna put it in this bag and then I'm gonna pound it flat. Because if you make fried chicken when it's real thick, then by the time it cooks from the center, all your crust will be burned. So that's why you wanna get it nice and flat. So just put it in a bag like this, and then I'm gonna pound it down with my mallet. Now you wanna start from the center out. And don't bang on it too hard because you can tear it. And that's good. See? Let's take a look at it. See how it's nice and thin? Just perfect. So now I'm going to set it on this plate. And as you can see, I've got some paper towels here. And I'm going to wrap it up because I want it nice and dry. Real nice and dry like that. And I'm going to do the other one. Now, I've had some questions before when I made my chicken fried steak. Why is it that the crust doesn't stick to the meat? Well, that could be because your meat is not dry enough. What happens when your meat is wet? It steams, and whatever is on it is going to fall off. So that's why it's important that you keep it wrapped in paper towels because you want it nice and dry. And that's good. So we've got this one nice and flat. See? So I'm going to put it over this one. And then I'm going to wrap it with some more paper towels like this to make sure that that breading sticks on really good. So I'm going to clean up my area and then move on to the next step. So I've got all my ingredients ready. I'm going to prepare my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients. I'm going to start out with 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put it right here in this pie dish. I like to use the pie dishes because they're just so easy. And I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes. I'm going to put it in here. 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I like for it to have just a little bit of a kick, but you can leave it out if you don't want it. 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to put in some salt. That'll be about 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to put some pepper. That'll be about 1/2 teaspoon or so. And then I'm going to mix it all in together. Now, I don't think you want to just add salt and pepper because there can be a little bit more to it. See? Now, once you get it all mixed in really well, you're done with this. So now I'm going to prepare my wet ingredients. I've got 1 large egg, and I'm going to put it into my dish. And then I'm going to whisk it really good like this. So my egg is ready. Now I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And then I'm going to bring it all in together. See how easy all this is? We're almost done. And we're done with the dry and wet ingredients. So now I'm ready to bread my chicken. I'm going to remove the paper towel. And this chicken is nice and dry, see? Now I'm going to add a little salt. Just a little bit. You don't want to overdo it with your salt. And a little pepper. Then I'll do the same to the other side. Now I'm going to dust it really good with my flour mixture here. You want to shake it off and put it into your wet ingredients like this. And then back into the flour mixture. And then to the wet ingredients again. and then back. So I'm going to put it on this plate. I'm going to rinse my hands and do the other one and go to the stove. So now I'm ready to fry my fried chicken. I'm going to be using this large cast iron skillet, and I've got my heat set on a little lower than medium. I'm going to add 1 cup of vegetable oil. So my oil is nice and hot. Now I'm going to put my fried chicken in here, one at a time. And here's the other one. Now you don't want them to touch. You want to keep them apart like that because you don't want them to get soggy on you. So I'm going to let them fry like that for about 3 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to flip them over. Oh, look at how pretty these look. And I'm going to let this side fry for about 3 minutes. So it's been 3 minutes. Now I'm going to remove them. I'm going to turn off the heat. And I'm going to set them over here on my cookie sheet. And I've got a cooling rack right on top. I don't like to put them on a paper towel because I think they get a little soggy. Oh, look at this. I've got my oven set on warm. I'm going to put them in the oven just to keep them warm, and I'm going to get started on my gravy. So I'm going to remove all this oil out of my frying pan because I'd rather use some of my bacon grease. So I've got my heat set on medium-low. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. I just think this is going to give it a delicious flavor. I'm going to add the same flour mixture that I used to bread my chicken breasts. And I'm going to whisk it around really good like this until it gets real nice and golden brown. So that's 3 tablespoons. Now it's hard to say exactly how much you want to put in there, you know, because it just depends on how thick you want your gravy and how much you want of it. But usually anywhere between 2 and 3 tablespoons is perfect. So as you can see, it's nice and golden. And I've got my heat set on medium-low, a little closer to low than medium. I'm going to add my milk. I have 2 cups of whole milk. Now I'm not going to season it anymore because you know that the flour mixture was seasoned already. But if you want to adjust it and add a little bit more of anything, you can go ahead and do it at this time. We like a lot of pepper in our gravy. And I'm going to continue whisking it like this until it gets real nice and thick. Just be patient with it. So my gravy is perfect. Look at this. It's been about 5.5 to 6 minutes. I'm going to turn off the heat. Now I just tasted it and I added just a little bit of salt. This would be a good time for you to taste it and adjust it. See, look at this. So now I'm going to remove my fried chicken from the oven and we're ready to serve. I'm going to get my fried chicken. I'm going to set it right here. Now I made some mashed potatoes and some green beans. See? Oh, look at that. Now I'm going to put my gravy on my fried chicken. Ooh, I can smell it. It smells wonderful. A little bit on my mashed potatoes. So now it's time to cut into this. Some of the gravy over here. Oh my gosh, it's so tender. Look at that. Now it's time for the taste test. Mmm. Mmm. so delicious. And the green beans. This is absolutely delicious. So this is comfort food at its very best. This is my chicken fried chicken. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Tell me where you're from and send me a comment. Thank you.